In this video, I'd like to talk about an attitude in the studio that has helped me quite a bit over the years, and it's something that I discuss with my students all the time. And I call it just focus on the one thing. When we're in a learning curve with our art journey, it's very easy to get overwhelmed, feeling like you don't understand, or I see this with my students all the time, they'll get discouraged, or they'll just feel in overwhelm, and they start to feel like they just can't do it. And what I always tell them all the time is to just stop and focus on the one thing. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, just do that thing. I actually really discovered this and took it on as a discipline when I went back to school when I was 50 years old. I had spent years working in various commercial art environments, and I had a lot going on in my life. I was still working, so I still had freelance clients. I had a teenage daughter at home. I was renovating my house, and I had an aging mother, and to go back to the school that I was going to was a 3-hour round trip, and so my life was very demanding at that time. And it also just happened within a year of my going back to school that a series of family crises also hit. My daughter became deathly ill and spent a year in the hospital. In the end, my mother became very sick and she ended up dying. We had a number of different things going on with other family members, and it was a very demanding and chaotic time in my life, right in the middle of trying to get my studies done. So I would feel overwhelmed, and I remember going into school very early in the morning, and I would take time and I would meditate before my day started, before I began doing my work there. And one day I got a very clear answer as to what I should be doing. And the answer that I got was just focus on the one thing. Pick one thing to do today and try and make it perfect. And as soon as I got that answer, I knew exactly what I was being told. I knew enough from doing meditation over the years that it was like a mantra in motion. It was meditation in motion, and that the one thing would be like a mantra, and it would just keep the mind focused. It would still my anxiety and bring everything down and calm me down. And at the same time, I was able to stay focused on my work. And what I noticed over time when I did that was that, first of all, because I was so focused with an intention to do my best work, my work really improved. It improved dramatically, very fast, in the face of having a lot going on in my life. And by the end of the day, because I had been so focused and not been thinking about anything else, all of the drama that was going on in my life, I came out of it and I felt actually quite refreshed. By 4 or 5 in the evening, I would be packing everything up, having to hit rush hour traffic or head to the hospital or do something very chaotic or very stressful. And I had the inner resources to be able to deal with it all. And I went, ding, I have discovered something here. Art is doing for me exactly what it is that I wanted to do. I'm able to express myself, I'm able to improve, I see that there's something I have control of in my life, but at the same time, it's healing me. This is a sanctuary, and it's a place for me to go to in my mind that allows me to heal and regenerate and actually protect myself. And it was quite an epiphany. So it got me through a stressful period, and it improved my work. So when I'm in class and I see my students getting anxious or feeling overwhelmed or frustrated, I always tell them, just focus on the one thing. If you're working on a construct, just make the best construct, the perfect construct that you can. If you're working on edge quality, line quality, whatever it is that you're working on, just focus on that one thing. And the feedback that I've gotten from my students is that it really helps them. It helped me, and I can see that it really helps them. And it reduces their anxiety and ups their confidence when they begin to see that step by step, they're able to make improvements each step of the way.